tuned, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So again, it's your boy Kobe Rise.
It's coming for you, coming for you, It's coming for you, coming for you,
Oh Lord, do not forget the gorillas. Everyone know we the realest, a bunch of go-getters. I bet you can tell I'm the illest. You don't need your fingers to feel it. You know I can straight spit, knock you out with a lady hit. Feel like I'm the one, like I'm Neo, but this is the real life, not the Matrix. I'm about to go ape shit.
Ain't no gotta roll out. I know gotta roll out, yeah. I know gotta roll out, yeah. I roll on to hustle out the bando. Oh yeah. Hustle out the bando. Yeah. Roll it. Let it burn slow. Burn it. Roll it. Gotta let it burn slow. Yeah. Anything you want, gotta earn it. Yeah, it's hell a lot of easier. You find your purpose. Giving game. Call of Duty, get the murking. Let it burn, flow, put you in the earning. Leave the youth prosper, that's that new age. Ain't got time for kicking shit, boy, like I'm Luke Kane. Running fast, you can call me A-Train. Getting T-money, boy, up all due dates. Yeah, I'm like a souffle, cause I rise high, rise and rise, that's Academy. That's the rap, yeah, that's that rap. Yeah, eat 'em up, call it rap packs.
Right there, man. You know that's your boy rapping on that, right? That's your boy rapping on that thing, man. Should I go ahead and open up this this Apple Music? Should I open up this Apple Music so y'all can download my music? Shout out to my dog in the building, Ernest, man. What's going on? Co-host of the show in a real way. What's going on, man? It's your boy Kobe Rise and Rise. Back at it again with a banger. If y'all didn't know, the CMOS is live and direct. The people absolutely love it. We do have something coming down the pipeline. I told you guys that the herbs are here to stay. We are now going to super power pack up the CMOS with even more good gems and supplements for my plant-based gang, really, and for anybody who's trying to work out. I'm telling you guys, it's a lot of issues that's been going on in the community with fitness. And what a lot of the problems are is we don't work out enough. We don't work out efficiently. And we're missing key nutrients because we don't eat enough vegetables. There's been studies that have shown this. Guys, we don't eat as many vegetables as we probably should and as we need to. All right. Shout out to my gang in the building, though. You dig? Shout out to my IG family in the building. Shout out to my boy Gaines in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Man, listen, man. We got so much coming down the pipeline, y'all. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy out here, y'all. That's right. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Just keep watching my IG. Make sure you guys are following me on IG, King Olajuwon 21. You dig what I'm saying? And that way you guys can actually see what's going on and seeing what all we have to offer. Shout out to Gabe in the building. What's going on, Gabe? I'm telling y'all, just stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. I don't want to say too much because we are working in the background to give you guys the best type of material and to give you guys the best type of supplement. So that way, whenever you guys are doing your workouts, you're working out efficiently, number one, but number two, you're actually getting the supplements that you need. And we're also going to eliminate a lot of the issues that you see in the fitness community, aka I'm too tired to go to the gym. We about to cut that. We got the answer for that. You dig? I'm not feeling sore enough, or I just feel kind of drained while I'm working out, cut that. We got the answer for that too. You dig? So it's coming down the pipeline. All right. But we're about to get it started, y'all. We have a crazy, crazy topic. Okay. One of the craziest topics that I've actually discussed before, but we're going to go over it again. The topics we're going to discuss is what in the world is going on with plant-based protein versus animal-based protein. Now, if you guys have been following me, then you guys understand that I am Kobe Rise and Rise, mostly plant-based. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the actual truth when it comes to plant-based protein versus animal protein due to a lot of the facts and the figures. And we're going to break this all down. All right. I'm talking about we breaking it all down so you can hear from the horse's mouth. And I'm telling you guys from a plant-based perspective, you can definitely gain muscle on a plant-based diet.
Stop the cap.
Every time you hear these people say you can't gain weight on a plant-based protein, guess what, man? Listen, y'all probably going to Taco Bell. All right.
We serve food here, sir.
We have real food. All right. And the real food is going to get you the real nutrients. All right. And you know what's in games? Guess what? Whenever they tell me that they not, or if you eating plant-based meat, you probably not getting enough protein. Most of the time, they overweight themselves. And guess what they drinking on, games?
Drink Boosie juice.
They drinking that Boosie juice. They drinking that Boosie juice.
No, sir. It's all week.
I can't have it. It's over with. So I got to be the one to tell them the truth. Shout out to T. Williams in the building. What's going on? All right. So I don't want to hear anybody coming to me talking about, well, you can't gain weight or you can't gain muscle on a plant-based diet. Well, guess what I tell them, gang?
Fat people sweat.
Guess what? They looking like fat people sweat.
Fat people sweat.
I'm telling you, they are too insane to be coming at me wrong, saying that I can't gain muscle on a plant-based diet. But I'm going to show you guys a clip from my boy, Yaki Awakening. All right. That boy Yaki Awakening says some crazy stuff talking about plant-based meat and eating meat. And we're trying to figure this thing out, man. But guess what people were telling him in the comments, Brittany? You know what they were telling him?
Oh, God, you crazy.
They was telling him he was crazy. They was telling him he was crazy. You dig? Hey, man, shout out to my dog, Carolina Strings in the building. What's going on, Eli? I'm going to play this video real quick, and I'm going to join you in on the topic, all right? So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that way you guys can see it. IG, let me know if you guys want to see it. Go to my YouTube at Rise and Rise Academy if you guys want to see the video. Here we go. Let's play it, y'all.
For us, yes, the body is made of proteins, but we talking about two different proteins. I'm talking about amino acid structures. I am not talking about this made up myth protein that we have to eat that they're talking about, and that is meat consumption. That every meat that you eat or that you're supposed to eat, go to a vegetable source to get their protein. Why do we as a people feel that we need to eat the meat? They eat the grass and they eat all of the other vegetation to get our protein. When they get their protein from the grass, they get it from earth. Why can't we just bypass the animals and eat what they eat to get the same protein?
Oh, why can't we just bypass the animals and get the same amount of protein?
Something that all fat people must know.
This is something that
all fat people must know.
you can eat the plants and still get the protein. You can still get the protein because the animals get the same protein.
No, sir. It's all week.
It's over with. All right. It's over with. I'm gonna keep it playing. And shout out to my comment right there, because I definitely commented on the Young Brothers page, because it's a lot of people that have been gaining weight on a plant-based diet, meaning healthy weight. Because we're gonna talk about the other end too. These balls be vegan and be overweight. All right. So let's continue on. Keep listening.
If you really think about what we're doing, it don't make no sense at all. And you are eating animals. These animals break down, become electron stealers and not electron donors, which create an acidic metabolic state inside of your body. And the animal that you ate end up eating you. You kill the animal and eat the animal end up decomposing inside your body, eating you alive and killing you.
Where is he?
That boy speaking something. He's speaking something, gang. Let me tell you something. I think he's got a point. I don't think he's wrong, but I'm gonna be honest. I do think that he's missing a couple of things. Shout out to Armand in the building. What's going on? We got to break this thing down, y'all. And shout out to Yaki Awakening, because I do think he's speaking facts, but I also think that we need to break it down deeper. I'm not going to say he's wrong. Let me not say that. Let's backtrack this thing. What I'm saying is he's missing a few key details. What are those key details, Kobe? We're here. I'm going to tell you exactly what that means. All right. You have animal protein versus plant-based protein. I'm going to actually do the same thing that most of y'all do. And what do most of y'all do? Most of y'all really do the same thing I do. That's Google everything. So let me share my tab. Check this out. If y'all can see that, both animal and plant-based proteins offer nutritional benefits, but they differ in certain aspects. Let's pay attention. Animal proteins are considered complete. Keyword complete protein. Because why? They contain all 9 amino acids. However, some plant-based proteins may be incomplete. A varied plant-based diet can provide you all the necessary amino acids. So let me get this straight. Eating meat has all 9 amino acids. True. But if you have a wide variety of food, meaning different types of food, you still get the necessary amino acids on a plant-based diet. Let's keep going. Animal proteins are also generally more absorbed easily. Plant-based proteins often offer benefits like lower saturated fat and cholesterol, higher fiber content, and are linked to a reduced risk of chronic diseases. Let's break this down. Let's go over the first part. Animal proteins are generally more easily absorbed. Well, why are they easily absorbed? Well, typically, it's due to them being a complete protein, and there's different types too, etc. Shout out to Brittany. Says like calcium. There's more calcium in green leafy vegetables than in milk. I do agree. Another thing, when you drink milk, they take the calcium out of your bones so you can digest the milk, which increases your chances of osteoporosis. Plant-based calcium does not do that. That's a gem, y'all. Let's keep going. Now, here's the thing. The reason why it's digestible, meaning the animal protein is more digestible, is easily digestible than plant protein, is because some plant nutrients have things like phytates, lectins, and oxalates that interfere with nutritional absorption. Well, how do we counterbalance it so we can digest it? Let me tell you how you can digest it, you guys. You can digest and absorb minerals easier when you have vitamin C in your diet. Vitamin C helps with absorbing minerals. Well, what has vitamin C in it? Vegetables. Vegetables. What are those vegetables? I'm going to pull it up on my screen right now. Here are some vegetables that have great vitamin C. Shout out to Dr. Sabi for the list. There's some vegetables, y'all. Amaranth greens, bell pepper, avocado, chayote, cucumber. Well, guess what? Doesn't that also go inside, or excuse me, doesn't that also coincide with having a wide variety of food? Isn't that the same thing? Having a wide variety of a plant-based diet? That will get you your vitamin C so you can absorb those minerals. Shout again says, yo, hold up. You got joints on Apple Music? Oh, you ain't hear the music? I meant to ask who did the beat. I roll like this. Joint is lit. Shout out to my dog Gaines. Yep, that was me, big dog. So, you know, I might have something working on the Apple Music. And if y'all want to, let me know. I might put my music on display for y'all. You dig? Shout again says the only thing missing from C10 is lecithin. You can get it from chickpeas, though. Bingo. Plant-based, you got to eat multiple things. And Gaines, this is exactly my whole point. This is my whole point. Once you have a wider variety of foods, you now increase your chances of mineral absorption. What does that also mean? You also increase your chances of mineral absorption of zinc and iron, which are also the things that you need that animal protein provides. Animal proteins provide these things: vitamin B12, vitamin D, iron, and zinc. You can get them, same thing, from eating lentils, chickpeas, and wild rice. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I mean. All right. So that way you can see that it's not coming from just me. Here it is. Higher concentrates of protein, gram per gram and calorie per calorie. Animal protein sources contain higher levels of protein. We all know why, because they're complete proteins. This means on average, one will need to consume fewer calories to reach those higher levels of protein intake compared to plants. So if you get your complete protein, which you can, like Gain said, C10 combined with chickpeas get you a complete protein. Quinoa is also another complete protein, and it's a complex carb, which is increasing your chances of digesting these minerals and absorbing these minerals so you can get your protein. And it's just as heavy as protein as well. There you go. In addition, containing to all amino acids, overall plant-based sources are better. Animal sources are better. Why? Because they do contain the amino acids, but you can also get them from plant-based protein, because guess what? There's plant-based protein that has vitamin B12, vitamin D, iron, and zinc. I know what you're about to ask. Well, what are those proteins? I already know. I'm about to give it to you right now. And shout out to the medical news. Medical news, here it is, y'all. This is found in fortified non-dairy milk, coconut milk. Also found in meat substitutes. Shout out to Eat Meaty. Also found in breakfast cereals. Shout out to 7. I think it's 7 days or 7 cereal. Let me see. You can get it from Harris Teeter. I want to show it so that way you guys can actually see it. 7 Sundays. 7 Sundays cereal is a breakfast cereal that you can get your vitamin B12. Nutritional yeast is like cheese, so you can get it from there. Shout out to my dog Taj in the building. What's going on, big dog? And you can get that from Vegan Spreads. What are vegan spreads? These are things like avocado butter. Shout out to Lando Lakes for giving plant-based butter. You can get that from Vegan Spreads. That's your vitamin B12. Vitamin B12. Plant-based foods do not produce vitamin B12, so it's vital that vegans find the alternative ways to get it from health. To remain in best of health. And there you go. There you go, right there. So therefore, we're breaking the stigma that you can't get all of your protein, and you can definitely get it. All right. So everybody that's giving me all these excuses, bro, they giving me excuses. Brittany, why they be giving me the excuses like this? I'm gonna tell you why. Because guess what they be drinking?
Drink Boosie juice.
They be drinking that Boosie juice. Hey, Taj, they be drinking that Boosie juice, cuz. Hey, listen, every single time they be eating, I'm gonna tell you what their stomachs be doing. Y'all know what that stomachs be doing, Taj? Oh! Be screaming, boy. Shout out to Gaines. I'm trying plant-based, but I'm mixing it up. I'm 90% plants, mixing. I think you meant to say mixing. Yep, you corrected. It's mixing. I'm 90% plant-based and 10 animal protein. And see, that's a balance. I'm gonna give you guys another positive thing when it comes to plant-based protein. Plant-based protein diets have been linked to health benefits like lowering cholesterol levels, lowering your risk of heart disease, and improving your overall heart health. Black men, let me tell y'all one of the biggest thing, or one of the biggest risks that we have, black men, on this planet or in this nation, is heart issues. When you switch to a plant-based diet, you now decrease your chances of heart issues. You know what? Did Kobe just figure out the solution to black men's health? Well, guess what? If you switch to a mostly plant-based diet, black men, we are now cutting our mortality rate. So now we're competing with the rest of the world. I get So we helping people one by one. So if y'all didn't know this, you can look it up yourself. Black men, y'all's risk for y'all's cardiovascular risk is one of the top things that is taking you guys out of this world. Heart issues. Oh, if you don't believe me, okay, well, guess what? Let me show you guys some more evidence. All right. Here's some issues. Animal proteins. Check this out. Some studies suggest a link between excessive intake of animal protein, especially red meat, and an increased risk of certain chronic diseases. Chronic diseases, y'all. Uh-oh. Here's some cons of animal-based protein. That's right. Hot dogs, red meat, corned beef have been linked to adverse health effects. Hold on, let me share it so that way y'all know I'm reading it from something true, from nutrition. Here it is. Processed forms of animal protein, specifically forms of red meat, such as hot dogs, corned beef, etc., have been linked to an adverse of health effects, including heart disease and cancer. These are the sources. This is a cited source. All right. The direct causation remains disputed with the science community. While unprocessed meat has shown to lesser correlations, there have been no links to leaner protein, right? There we go. So the thing about it is, if you decrease your intake of animal protein, you then increase the chances of you having a benefit to your heart health. Here's the benefits right here. Diet high in plant-based foods have been linked to numerous health benefits, including lower cholesterol levels, lower risk of heart disease, and improved heart health. Well, black men, guess what? If our biggest issue is cardiovascular health issues, then now we get that back by switching to a mostly plant-based diet. You see how I broke that down? I gotta give myself an applause. And guess what? Shout out to my boy Gaines in the building because he got the answer for everybody. Plant-based, mixing it up. 90% plant-based and 10 animal protein. Listen, that means you're getting your protein from both sources and you're lowering your risk of cardiovascular disease as well as controlling your cholesterol levels, which is something that has been missing in the black community. Why? Because what do we mostly eat when we go to these cookouts? Fried chicken, hot dogs, hamburgers, mac and cheese, excess sugars, the oils. God damn. That's right. Getting all these issues and everything that we've been discussing has been all linked to the diet and the way that we live our life. Everything has been linked to the way we live our life in general. All right. So what I'm telling you guys is this. Listen, I'm not telling you guys to go completely vegan. I'm not telling you guys to do any of this stuff. But what I will say is this. If you do a mostly plant-based diet, then this is going to help lower your risk of all of these different diseases. But not only that, you now save some money. Here's another benefit of going mostly plant-based. Compared to animal proteins, plant proteins are typically cheaper. 100 grams of beans, lentils, tofu generally have a lower price point than 100 grams of chicken or beef, and it does contain less protein overall. Why? Because we know it's incomplete, but once you combine it together with complete protein, shout out to Gaines, he just gave y'all a gem, chickpeas and seitan make a complete protein. I'm going to tell you guys what else makes a complete protein. Wild rice and chickpeas. Lentils and chickpeas. But guess what? We also know that when you combine those two gains, you also have a decreased chance of absorbing the minerals. So in order for you guys to increase the absorption of minerals, you do need to have vitamin C in these diets. All right. And that's something
that all fat people must know.
I'm just giving you guys the real deal. All right. So whenever they coming at me wrong, talking about some, man, you eating rabbit food, you know what I tell them, Gaines?
Oh God, you crazy.
I tell them they crazy, bro. I'm telling you crazy. Them processed meats, though, are a problem. I do agree that they are an issue if you overconsume them. I do agree with that. Like the links in Italian sausage, salami, ham, and pretty much all deli cuts are high in carbs, sodium, water, and less protein. There you go. I read it wrong. The processed meats. Excuse me. That's correct. The processed meats are really the biggest issue. Those are the ones that have the high oils, meaning like the canola oils, the vegetable oils, etc. These things are also linked to a higher risk of cardiovascular issues. But guess what? We Black people, we consume this mostly. And guess what? It's in our culture. Every single time you guys go out to a Black cookout or whatever like that, most of the time that's what y'all eat. All right. So anytime someone comes to me and says something like, well, guess what? I'm gonna keep eating meat because I need the protein. But guess what you looking like? Guess what they looking like, gang?
Fat people sweat.
And guess what also I tell them?
Stop the cap.
I tell them to stop the cap. Shout out to Brittany. She says people who live in blue zones are mostly plant-based. See, I'm gonna give you guys another gem you guys can look up. Look up the people who live the longest in the world. The people who live the longest in the world average to like in the upper 80s, 90s, etc. If you look at their diets, generally speaking, this is in general. Generally speaking, they have a plant-based diet as the majority of their foods. Cyberbrand says people who live in blue zones usually live 90 plus. See, there you go. And the reason for that is because of the diet, and they are able to move their bodies. If you can move your bodies, if you can have a mostly vegetable plant-based diet, you increase your chances of living a longer health life. But guess what also they do? The benefits are also linked to lower cholesterol levels. So that means the inside is generally more clean than anything else. You lower your risk of heart disease, and Black men, that's where we fail at the most, is cardiovascular issues. So if you switch to a mostly plant-based diet, you're already beating the statistic. So if y'all listening to this, Black man, get on this diet mostly. Gaines is doing it right now, and I'm telling you guys, he's getting it in. I'm doing it right now, and I'm competing in shows doing it mostly plant-based. Shout out to Gaines. Italian links or sausages are usually scraps left over from pigs, like the pig ear, the snout, the grizzle, go on, so forth and so forth. Guess what I tell them, Gaines?
No, sir. It's over with.
It's over with. It's over with. And here's the thing about this, Gaines. This is where it gets real worse. They can eat all that food, and I guarantee you they're not drinking water, Gaines. Nah. Guess what they drink?
You drink Boosie juice.
Hey, Taj, guess what they drink?
You drink Boosie juice.
They drinking that Boosie juice. They drinking that liquor. They drinking them sodas. And all of those things have excess sugar in it, which also increases your chances of having an inflammatory arteries and your heart issues. So not only are they eating their calories, Gains, but they drinking them too.
We serve food here, sir.
Real food only is where we at. Gaines said, nope. I'm gonna try to get that soundbite too, bro. And guess what they eating? They eating too much. They eating too much Taco Bell. They eating too much Taco Bell. They drinking them Baja Blast, which we looked it up on C. Marty Fitz page, where we discussed how many calories was in it, almost 500 calories. And the sugar content was outrageous.
Where is he?
The sugar content was outrageous. I'm telling you. This is why I have to do what I do, and this is why I have to say what I say. Okay? There's so many people that come at me left for saying that, I eat meat, ain't nothing wrong with me. Look at you, sir. You eating all that grease? Let me show y'all something real quick. There's a clip that's going on right now about a cowboy sub. Y'all ever heard of a cowboy sub? If y'all haven't seen this, let me show you guys something real quick. And shout out to Gaines because he actually mentioned this in his comment when he talked about these highly processed meats. Look at this mess. Look at that grease from that pepperoni and that meat. 20% the extra salt, and look at this cheese. And cheese makes you constipated. Pouring grease over top of that. mixing it in together, letting it melt, putting it on the bread, in between bread, and it's probably got enriched meat in it, with more pepperoni on top of it. Look at all that grease. Pouring grease in a bottle, shaking it up, and pouring more grease over top of it. Look at this ball.
I'm telling you, get this.
People like him are going to come to me and say, ain't nothing wrong with me. Bruh, look at this. That's crazy. Shout out to Gaines. It's crazy with fast food because you can eat them joints that have big back calories. After an hour, you still hungry. And the reason why it's still hungry, Gaines, because it's empty calories, bruh. Empty calories. Shout out to my boy Press in the building. What's going on? Shout out to Brittany. She says cardiovascular issues, high cholesterol, diabetes are all linked to poor diet and lack of exercise activity and chronic stress. And see, we're going to talk about this. We don't talk about stress enough. You know what else causes stress too, Brittany? Lack of exercise and eating poor diets. They also create the stress. So you can try to live a stress-free life, but if you're still eating bad, you are doing nothing but accumulating more stress. And black people, we got it the worst. You want to know why? We already walking out the house with stress because we got the stress of the white man tearing us down. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So you're stressing yourself out, number one. Number two, you're eating big bag food every day. Shout out to Gaines. Shout out to Brittany for calling it out. Number two, we're the least active in the community, meaning we're the least active demographic. Let me get this straight. We're the least active demographic. We also walk out the house with stress. We think the police always trying to get us. Number three, we drink all the goddamn time. We smoke and we doing all these brunches. And we're drinking our calories. We can't drink water for some reason. We got to drink all these sodas and juices, which also have sugar in it, and it's not real. We don't like the sunlight. And black people, this is bad because guess what? We need sunlight, but they don't want to go out and walk in the sun. All of this accumulated on top of your everyday life of not exercising as well. And you wonder why the black community is the way that it is. What's going on, bro? And I know you've been getting it in too, Preston. So shout out to P, man, for getting it in. I like to see all my brothers and sisters going to the gym and getting it in because I know that y'all are beating the statistic. Y'all all are beating the statistic. So don't be listening to people like this eating. Look at all that grease. I mean, the grease is dripping down my man's fingers, bro. Pause. I'm just trying to give you guys the gems if you guys listen to it. And guess what they eating, Brittany?
Left wrist apple fritter, right wrist cinnamon bun.
They eating too many cinnamon buns. They eating too many apple fritters, dog.
Can't make this shit up.
You can't make this up. And Gaines, guess what? And all the girls that be eating all this big back stuff, you know what they be coming to me and telling me?
Shit, I'm a goddamn 8. Fuck out of here. Like.
They be telling me they're 8, bruh. You crazy. Oh, matter of fact, I'm going to tell them. This is what else I tell them. When they say they are 8, Gaines, guess what I tell them?
Oh, God, you crazy.
Oh, God, you crazy as hell. Crazy, bro. They're crazy. So I don't listen to them because I just bring the facts out. Shout out to Gaines. Yeah, that's a heart attack. That's a heart attack waiting to happen. Exactly. Not gonna lie, today was tough. It was a fight going to the gym because my wife is on vacation, but I still went because I'm trying to be better. I got a long way to go, but I'm gonna keep going. Shout out to my dog Gaines in the building for getting it in and showing y'all boys how to do it. And shout out to my man Jeremy in the building, man. Man, listen, shout out to Jeremy for losing that weight and continuing to lose that weight. He's been listening to what I've been saying. So shout out to everybody that's been on this journey, getting it in. All right. And shout out to Gaines. That's not slim thick, baby. That's full weight. Hey, Gaines.
I don't even be talking. I never really do the money.
That's a heavyweight. Not Jeremy says, yo, 282 pounds from 322 pounds. Shout out to my man Jeremy in the building. We gonna always support the big dog. Shout out to Brittany says, congratulations. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Press in the building. That's right, y'all. He went down from 322 pounds to 282 pounds. We still got somewhere to go, but we are actually getting it in. That's a lot of weight, y'all. And we're going to keep this thing going in a real way. In a real way. And listen, Gaines, that's heavyweight, baby. But guess what we're going to tell them?
Fat people sweat.
We got to sweat it out. We got to sweat it out, y'all. Shout out to Gang says, yo, that's what's up, brother, man. Proud of you, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jeremy, man, getting it in. See, this is why we got to stay away from foods like this. Foods like this is exactly why we have to do this. And this is in New Jersey. Cheesesteak with Calabrian chili sauce, aka grease sauce, pepperoni. That's that high processed food, aka grease, on top of more grease, which also gets into your arteries and creates inflammation. Smoked and fresh mozzarella, disgusting. And guess what? He even said it himself. Pepperoni grease ranch. What in the world do you think is going to happen if you eating pepperoni grease ranch?
You drink Boosie Juice?
That's Boosie Juice.
You drink Boosie Juice?
Oh! Hey, man, listen. Hey, Jeremy, listen. When they eating or when they drinking pepperoni grease and ranch subs, you know what their arteries are doing? Oh! They screaming. I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm not playing. I'm just trying to give y'all the gems. I can smell a heart attack waiting to happen just by looking at this. It's just, it's insane, man. Listen, the stuff that I get sent is absolutely ridiculous. But then again, this is where we are in the community. This is where we are in America. I'm speaking past the Black community. I think this is a Western culture thing too. So if you guys can see what I'm eating, listen, let me show you what I'm eating right here. This is a full plate of chickpeas and mixed vegetables, but I'm eating the mixed vegetables because this is going to increase the vitamin C, which makes it easier for my body to absorb the minerals. So it's a good, clean source of protein. I'm able to increase the chances of me getting more iron and getting more zinc into my diet. Okay. This is what I mean. That's not slim thick, baby. That's full weight, 100 grams. And shout out to Gang said Damon Wayans was talking about lifting and changing his diet, which helped him become healthier when he was on Club Shay Shay. And I'm glad you actually said that, Gaines, because I'm going to pull that clip up where he specifically talked about that on Club Shay Shay. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to really pay attention because this is going to be some real gems. If you guys are not familiar with Damon Wayans, almost went into a diabetic coma, and rest in peace to Irv Gotti. He ate what he wanted to eat, knowing that the diet was bad for him. And this is what's pushing our community, y'all. We cannot continue to be like this. LeVar Ball, which is LaMelo Ball's dad, had his leg amputated. All right. This is a real thing. This is why I say the diet has to change. Black men, we have got to change this. This is part of the reason. These are issues that happen in the Black community, and it shows this due to the numbers. So I'm not lying. You can look this up. So when I showed you guys the facts on what plant-based protein can do when it lowers your inflammation, excuse me, this helps you guys with the risk. This helps you guys with the risk. So let me show my screen so that way you guys can see it. If you guys are on IG and if you want to actually see it, go to my YouTube at Rise and Rise Academy so you can see it and hear it. But if you guys can't switch over, it's fine. Just I'll turn the volume up so you guys can hear it. So pay attention to this video right here. This is powerful.
Sugar is at 535. Ooh, supposed to be between 80 and 120.
You better go into a diabetic coma.
That's what he said. So I tell Keenan, and Keenan's like, okay, you got to change your diet. I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, if you don't eat sugar, you won't have a sugar problem.
There you go. If you don't eat sugar, you won't have a sugar problem. And I know what y'all about to say. Well, I don't really eat sugar like that. I don't eat sweets. Hold on. Y'all drinking them big back sodas, aka
you drink Boosie Juice.
They drinking the Boosie Juice. All right, that's got sugar in it. And you can't have coffee without creamer and sugar, aka
you drink Boosie Juice.
That's the Boosie Juice. And guess what else y'all having? When y'all go out brunching and y'all having all these different juices with the champagne, and y'all got the cranberry vodkas, and y'all got the Long Island iced teas. You know what that's it? You know what that is?
Drink Boosie Juice.
Boosie Juice. That's sugar. I'm gonna tell y'all what else has sugar in it. All right. All these different foods that y'all eating, aka them candy yams.
You drink Boosie Juice.
Guess
Left
what else it
wrist
has in
apple
it?
fritter, right wrist cinnamon bun.
Eating them cinnamon buns, and all this stuff is adding on top of the inflammation. And guess what else has it? The fried foods. The fried foods, shout out to Gaines, the processed meats, all that stuff increases the inflammation as well as the sugar, which also is a reason why you guys have, and this is what black people call it, it's real diabetes, but we call it the sugars. Let's keep going.
Right? Life changing. So he goes through my cabinets and stuff, and he's gonna throw away this, you're gonna throw away this. Ketchup got sugar, everything I like got sugar.
You does.
And I was like, wow. So then I'm like, I still had to take insulin. You know, you taking 5-6 units with every meal. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Sticking your finger
prick, yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, I don't. But
That sounds familiar. Has anybody had to go through that? Has anybody had to go through that? Because that is something serious. Anybody's got diabetes or whatever, y'all know how hard it is because you have to track everything. That type 2 diabetes is real. Type 2 diabetes is real. All this stuff is coming from lack of exercise and food. Shout out to Gang says, I drink Crystal Punch on the regular, has not sugar, and is really good for you. I try to drink a gallon a day. Bro, I drink water and I drink black coffee, no cream, no sugar. Shout out to Jeremy, because you know what I drink. I don't drink nothing else. Shout out to Brittany says, just food for thought. Most of the medications prescribed to treat cardiovascular disease, like high cholesterol and diabetes, is a common side effect is sexual dysfunction and hair loss. So you mean to tell me, Brittany, if I get diabetes and when I take this medication that helps it, you mean to tell me I ain't gonna be able to have no good long Tarzan sex and then I'm gonna lose my hair? I don't know. I'm gonna pass on that. I think I'd rather eat healthy and work out. Shout out to Jeremy, says type 2 diabetes sucks. I hate it. Listen, let me tell you guys something. You guys see this picture, right? Look at this picture in this video. That's LeVar Ball. He's got all the money that he can even think of, him and his sons. That man's leg is amputated, man. Listen, eating healthy, it goes on both sides. I don't care if you got money or you don't got money. This is no excuse. It's no excuse. All right. And rest in peace to Irv Gotti, because he actually passed away because of this. He passed away because of this, y'all. Brittany says it's common. Listen, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about it. You dig? Shout out to Charmaine in the building. I ain't got no problem with getting it up, and I have zero problems with hair loss. Matter of fact, my hair growing. You dig? My hair touching my lower back. You feel me? Pause. And shout out to Jeremy, says amputated from diabetes. I'm gonna be honest, Jeremy. I don't know if he was amputated from diabetes or not. I can double check that for you, but he definitely had his foot amputated. His right foot was amputated. I'm actually gonna pull this up real quick so I can see. So apparently, LeVar Ball, CEO of Big Baller Brand, father of Lonzo Ball, LiAngelo Ball, and LaMelo Ball, has a serious medical condition which led him for his right foot to be amputated. So that's what it is. All right. He was hospitalized for more than a month for life-threatening complications of diabetes, which led to amputation of his root and several blood transfusions. So guess what, Jeremy? A bunch of times going to the hospital, that's what happened to him. He got his foot amputated. So let me tell y'all something. It's critical for you guys to change up your diet. And shout out to my man. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Shout out to my boy Matt in the building too, man. What's going on, Matt? You know he's speaking about some truth, bro. I'm telling you, we dropping gems tonight. That's right. LeVar Ball has his right foot amputated, and according to the source of USA Today, LeBall revealed in Slam Magazine, which means this is coming from him. Shout out to my man Justice in the building. He says that he was hospitalized for more than a month with life-threatening complications of diabetes, which means he probably had it pretty bad, if we're going to read this correctly. And you know that it was bad because apparently those life-threatening complications of diabetes led to amputation of his right foot, along with several blood transfusions. LeVar Ball said that his hospital stay coincided with his sons, you know. So he had an infection on his foot that started to spread through his blood due to not paying attention to his diabetes. He's 57 years old. LeVar Ball said that in his first interview since the operation, I ended up having, and this is his words, it's not my words, I ended up having to get my leg amputated. First, they cut off a couple of toes. Then they cut off my foot. Then they said we gotta go almost knee high for another surgery. 3 surgeries. And then there were also the blood transfusions. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4 different blood transfusions. 4, y'all. Is getting insane. And this is another black man who shares our complexion. Another one that shares our complexion. Shout out to Game says Crystal Punch is water. I drink Arnold Palmer. Hey, for real. Hey, look, Arnold Palmer's, man, listen, they gonna get you right too. They got a lot of sugar in as well. I think Irv actually started making excuses, but it was actually too late. See, he did. You know what he said? Well, let me not repeat because I don't want to misquote that man. But long story short, Gaines, I'm gonna summarize it up. He knew what to do. He just didn't listen to his doctors. He didn't listen to his doctors. And unfortunately, you know, his life is gone. But the point is he had a choice. We all have a choice too. So even though we laughing and talking about, you know, slim, thick baby, that's a full weight. You know what I'm saying? We got to tell them.
Stop the cap.
We got to tell them to stop the cap.
Well, I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
And if they are going to continue to eat this food, they're going to have to be prepared to take their own life. Take a couple toes, take a couple foots, hell, just take the whole body then. If you're not going to listen, you heard what he said. He ignored it. It's coming from his words, not mine. My man Matt said, let's go. Shout out to Justice. Keep doing your thing, King. Hey, man, salute. Saint all day, every day. Jeremy says, for 2 months straight, I've stuck to the diet you gave me, and I feel better. Listen, bro, keep going, too, on that diet. I'm going to always be on your back. I'm going to always be on your team because I know what it is that you're looking for, and I understand it. I've seen people go through the same thing. So I want to make sure I do my part in giving you the truth. Keep coming in on these shows because this is all going to help in doing and getting into where you want to be, which is dropping the weight so you can do more stuff. We still got to go on that hike on Crowder's Mountain. I ain't forget that. I'm going to make sure you get there too. I'm going to keep being on your ass. Pause. But make sure you walk. Got to walk, eat the right food, stay consistent, and it's going to continue to drop. You already know weight's going to fluctuate. Stuff like that. So, you know, just keep doing your thing, man. You got this. You got this all day. So I'm giving you guys this. And here's the thing. Mr. Damon Wayans, shout out to Damon Wayans because he understands the issues. And you heard it himself. He likes ketchup. Y'all put mustard, ketchup, ranch dressing, all this stuff. That has sugar in it too. That has sugar in it too, which is increasing your chances of inflammation and your arteries getting clogged up, which also can increase diabetes, cutting toes off, cutting foots off, cutting feet off, just like LeVar Ball. Shout out to Matt. He says lifestyle choices and daily habits are the big separators. Listen, I'm telling y'all, lifestyle choices is a big key factor. Lifestyle choices. Y'all, that means you can choose to do the right thing or not. Your habits are what is going to be consistent. Y'all's daily habits are what you tell your brain to think. I'm going to give y'all a gem real quick. What you tell yourself is what your subconscious tells itself, which also creates those habits that Matt was talking about, daily habits. You mean to tell me if you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm going to eat this food. I'm going to eat this food." Your brain says, "Okay, you're going to eat this food." And it's stuck in your subconscious mind to where now, if you tell yourself that you're going to drink alcohol, now you're pretty much accepting what you're doing as far as drinking alcohol, which creates these issues. So even though your body tries to reject it and tries to fight it off, your brain is telling yourself to do it, and you're creating that habit. You see what I'm saying? That is something that is adverse effect to your goals. It's what you tell yourselves. And this is why I'm trying to get you guys to wake up so you can tell yourself something different. I cannot stand when people say, "Oh, guess what? Well, if you eat meat, you can do this." Most of the people that say that don't even work out. They're eating meat, they're eating they're drinking grease and processed foods, talking about protein, but they're overweight and their arteries are clogged up and they don't work out. I can understand if you guys are working out, eating clean, that's a difference. But here's the thing, even if you do so, switching to a plant-based diet mostly lowers your risk of cardiovascular issues and inflammation and lowers cholesterol. Those are some of the biggest issues that are created with greasy foods and high processed meats and seed oils and sugars. And you heard it. Well, you saw it. Actually, I just showed it. The proof is in the pudding. Eating red meat and increased animal protein increases your risk of these chronic issues. And I'm not saying all meat is bad. I'm not saying that. I promote a mostly plant-based diet. I'm personally doing mostly plant-based diet. And I'm giving you guys a gym. And shout out to Gaines. He said plant-based is also in low calories. So you lower your calories, you're increasing your protein, you're getting a wide variety of foods. You're also increasing your palate of food, which also makes you feel more full. And you're eating high satiety foods, which help you make you feel full. So you're conditioning your body to feel full, eating less, lower calories, getting protein. So you're going to be cut, shredded, healthy internally. And your stomach and your organs, quite frankly, are all going to thank you for it. Bars.
We serve food here, sir.
Real food. So stop going to Taco Bell. Because every time they coming to me talking about some, well, you're not gonna be able to gain healthy weight or get muscle on a plant-based protein. You know what I tell them?
Stop the cap.
I tell them stop the cap all day, every day. All right. You can't make it up. And you can't fight me on this because I'm giving y'all the facts. I just pulled it up right there. That's what this show is about. There's the benefits. It's less expensive. It's excuse me. Let me rephrase. The plant-based diet is less expensive. It's highly versatile. You can increase your chances of getting more vitamins and minerals, right? The benefits of it, you lower your cholesterol levels, you lower your risk of heart disease, and you improve your overall health. All right. And so this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Get the nutrients from the protein. We understand that there's shortcomings with the nutrients absorption, and that's only because you're not getting enough vitamin C. So eat the fruits, eat the vegetables, which increases your vitamin C levels, and also increase your palate of foods so you can absorb zinc, you can absorb iron, and you can get your vitamin B12 and vitamin D. Go outside and get some sunlight, freaking walk. This is why I say exercise is important. Get outside every day. Go lift weights every day. Do your cardiovascular workouts every single day. Every day. My rest days, I'm still going out doing something. And guess what? When someone tell me you can't gain muscle on plant-based protein, bro, flex on them, bro. That's all you got to do to them. Flex on them. That's all you got to do to them.
Oh, God, you crazy.
I'm crazy. They tell me all the time. Guess what? I tell them I go to the gym 6 days a week. I tell them I eat a mostly plant-based diet. I tell them I drink black coffee, no cream, no sugar. And guess what they got the nerve to tell me?
Oh, God, you crazy.
They tell me I'm crazy, but I got the results. So am I crazy or am I on to something? Shout out to Gaines. Says I got to eat more vegetables though. Listen, we all do, bro. And that's why this is what's going to help you eat more vegetables. When you eat more vegetables, bro, you increase your chances of mineral absorption. And you also get nutrients from the vegetables that you eat too. So if you think about it, bro, you'll gain more muscle. You'll get more healthier minerals by eating more vegetables with your lentils and seitan and your lentils and your wild rice. You got to have the vegetables so that way you can increase your absorption of the minerals so your body can digest it. When you have this is why I say shout out to Matt, because Matt said it, y'all, lifestyle choices and daily habits. What do you tell yourself? I don't eat enough vegetables. That's what I tell myself. So you know what your brain says? Okay, I'm not going to eat no vegetables because you said that you don't eat vegetables. So now let's put some positive spins on it. I like vegetables. Why do I like vegetables? Because I get better protein, I get more muscle, and I have a lower risk of cardiovascular issues when I eat vegetables. So therefore, I like to eat vegetables, and I'm going to tell my brain, go get some vegetables. And that's a lifestyle choice because my brain and I'm thinking differently now. So stay with me. Your daily choices create these daily habits. Now, when you tell yourself these things daily, you now create the habit. What's the habit? The habit of getting up and making sure that you get your daily dosage of vegetables. And that right there is going to now coincide with the result of lower risk of these diseases and issues and an increased chances of a longer lifestyle. Shout out to Matt. He says, I'm dropping gems. The subconscious mind, the co-creator of our reality. That's a bar and that's a gem if you never heard of it. Shout out again says, what sort of vegetables do you recommend and where can I get wild rice? Let me tell y'all something, man. Shout out to the late, great Dr. Sebi for providing the alkaline plant-based diet. Here we go. This is going to increase your chances of energy. Now we're getting to alkalinity, which is separate, but it's also a gem too because alkalinity means energy too. So for y'all that's tired, increase your alkaline vegetable intake and fruits. This is going to help you with your energy levels. So gains, this is what you want. These are your vegetables: onions, olives, okra, mushrooms, kale, chayote, garbanzo beans, dandelion greens, wild arugula, watercress, zucchini. But guess what? All of that I'm eating right now, bro. I got the carrot. Well, the carrot's not on there, but still, you can get it from there. I got the onion. I got bell pepper. I got snap peas. I got zucchini, along with my chickpeas. You can get that from Harris Teeter. You can go to Food Lion. You can get them from anywhere. Go to a farmer's market. You can get them all day for the low. So you know it's cheaper. We can get a decent amount of food. Drink your teas, and you can get wild rice from Harris Teeter or Food Lion. It's called Lumberg wild rice. It's a mixture of white rice, brown rice, red rice, and black rice. That's wild rice. It's found in the wild, and it's lower in sugar than any other rice, and it's the highest amount of protein in any rice. That's the highest. That's the rice with the highest protein, wild rice, and that's a bar. You can get it from these spreads like tahini butter, sesame seeds, walnuts, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts. If you eat 6 Brazil nuts a day, that will also help you lower cholesterol, and you can increase your zinc and choline levels, which is also in meat that you miss a little bit in plant-based. So this is why I say increase your variety of vegetables and nuts. So therefore you can have a better chance of having a well-balanced health and overall circumstances. And all of that goes back into what we speak about. Do a mostly plant-based diet, eat your clean meats, stay away from the red meat, obviously, because all this is increasing your chance of cardiovascular issues. Drink your water, stay away from everything else. Drink your, if you're going to drink tea, drink some herbal teas. There's some on the screen. Burdock root, chamomile, elderberry, ginger, raspberry, tia, ginger, fennel. These are some good teas that you can drink. Burdock tea. I'm telling y'all, there's no excuses. And for people that want to eat something sweet, it's on the right. Date sugar and agave syrup. Date sugar and agave syrup, y'all. I'm just giving y'all the gems. And shout out to C. Marty Fit, man. He says, I'm telling Trivia, you all got to go for real. So I appreciate y'all, man, for joining in on the topic, man. This was great. This was amazing. Shout out to everybody that joined in on the topic, man. Shout out to my man Matt in the building, man. We got a lot coming for y'all, bro. I mean, we have a lot. And shout out to my man Jeremy in the building for losing that weight, man. Keep going on your journey. Shout out to my man Justice in the building. Shout out to Brittany in the building. Shout out to my man Ernest in the building. You dig? Dropping gems, dropping bars. You dig? Shout out to Charmaine in the building, dropping bars. All right. Shout out to my dog Gaines in the building. You feel me? And we getting it in, y'all. So listen, I appreciate y'all for joining in on the topic. I also want to make sure that you guys follow my IG at King Elijah 21. I'll be posting more of my supplements that we got. The CMOS is still here. We're going to do a booster for the CMOS. So pay attention and make sure you guys are on board with that. Okay. So when we're faced with an obstacle, you know what we do? We rise and we rise. Peace.